You've seen the video title, and it's most likely not true. A few days ago, one comment started a pretty strange discussion under one of my videos. Is Counter-Strike a prequel to Half-Life? No, sorry. Like the video under which you commented says, it's a Half-Life modification. If you played both games, you will realize it's hard to draw a connection between both storylines. The only thing where I could draw a connection line is the fact that the creators of the first Counter-Strike recycled some textures of the original Half-Life, because it's a mod. Later in the discussion, I guess it's a she because of the name, sorry if I got that wrong, buddy. Well, she asked, guys, is Counter-Strike a prequel to Half-Life? Because in one of the maps there's a Black Mesa container and their guns are so old tech while the Half-Life guns are so modern ones. Simple explanation, the containers are there because of recycling. And the guns? Counter-Strike aims for a realistic approach, and Half-Life, well, it's a science fiction shooter. And then Alec jumps in and throws the next two games into the ring. No, it's actually a prequel to Left 4 Dead and a sequel to Payday. What? And now's the point where the golden knight of reason comes in. Payday isn't even made by Valve. Also, the map Bank is just an Easter egg. And now Alec replies, you do know that there's even a Mercy Hospital map in the first Payday. If CSGO takes place in the same universe as Left 4 Dead, but Left 4 Dead takes place in the same universe as Payday, you even see Bill, then CSGO takes place within Payday. All three games take place in the same universe. It doesn't even have to be the same developer, but yet allowed by the developer who created the game that you wanted to conjoin. Weird. And then he adds, and you even see Payday masks in DE Bank of CSGO. This goes on for a while until Slider Break drops in another bombshell. It's pretty much confirmed that CSGO takes place after Payday. And I couldn't say it any better. Confirmed? By who? Payday isn't even a Valve game. It doesn't even use Source. Do you people understand the concept of video game Easter eggs? And good sir, well said. After me trying to explain the whole thing to Kira, who most likely got my point cause she dropped out of the discussion after that, another guy joins the conversation. And his name is Speedo Jesus. Yeah, Speedo like the swimwear, and yeah, Speedo Jesus, really.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
So Speedo Jesus took it to the next level. Are you that fucking stupid that you use stuff like Easter eggs to make connections between games? Imagine if an Iron Man Easter egg was put in the next Batman movie. Does that mean Iron Man is a part of the DC universe? No, it fucking doesn't. Now I must mention, please people, be nice to each other. Don't insult each other and... yeah, just note that for the future. Be nice. But it seems like Jesus settled the argument there, and I must say, thank you, Jesus. So after Jesus, this comment came along. Not to Half-Life, but there is evidence that CSGO might be a prequel to Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. So I requested some evidence, and I got a raging clue.
Yeah, I've got a raging clue right now.
In the Operation Breakout update, new maps were released. These maps had some similarities with some maps in the chapters in Left 4 Dead 2. So I decided to do it just like the Hartley Boys and start an investigation. And yes, there are some similarities in the maps, but this still doesn't mean the stories are intertwined. If you take a closer look, you will quickly realize some assets are the same. Some buildings, machines, and even whole factory halls. But the overall environment is completely different. Compare the swamp map with St. Mark. Completely different area. In Sugarcane, it's even a different part of the earth. You see the palm trees? Very, very different from the version in Left 4 Dead. Valve is a company that often reuses scrap material or older assets they liked. For example, you see these pipelines in Left 4 Dead 2. The exact same model has been used in Day of Defeat Source years ago with a different texture. Just as a very simple example. And when it comes to the Payday masks in DE Bank, Easter eggs, nothing else. They just fit nicely there as an Easter egg. You know, the whole criminals versus police thing, and the bank is pretty much the same, or or similar as in Payday, so yeah, maybe they just ripped it off. Just because they reuse some basic map layouts of another game, that doesn't mean they are in the same universe. I googled the whole thing, and the question if games are connected seems to be bigger than I thought. There are definitely some games which are intertwined. For example, Portal has tons of reference to Half-Life, especially to Black Mesa. But when it comes to Counter-Strike and Payday and Left 4 Dead, I'm sorry, I must disappoint you. If I destroyed anyone's dream here, I'm terribly sorry. But I could be wrong, and if you think I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Just remember, be nice about it. Speedo Jesus.